Hello and welcome to episode 2 of the Swhiskey podcast. I think we have a few people waiting here. Hello, hello, hello. Give it a few minutes, few seconds for people to run in here. How you doing, Jimmy?
Good. I'm Swhiskey. You're Bob, right?
If anyone wants to know, chime in
How come
on
it's
the
not
audio.
Swhiskey?
Swhiskey. I've been well. I don't want to say yet, but remind me after, and I'll tell you some of my new channel names that I've been thinking of. I don't want to say it yet.
Why?
It's too top secret. Even though there's only like 3 people here. But it's like, okay. So I won't say what it's about, but it's my moniker, so Big Steen, right? But it's gonna be Big Steening, so like I'm doing something.
Moniker.
They call me the Mako. I'm always moving, baby. No, but I'm gonna call it like Big Steening, and so it's gonna be like I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Like Big Steening this or that, but I can't say
it's
too
like
much.
a verb.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
You sure
I don't want to give away
that
too
up.
much. But yeah, so
Yeah.
that's the only thing new going on here. Broadcasting from a new location. No, just kidding, a new PC. And
How is the PC doing? Well, I mean, we'll talk about that later, but then I just want to know, like, give me the quick rundown. Has it been running pretty well, or is it a piece of crap?
it's had its issues, but you know, most custom builds do at start. Working through them.
Yeah.
Couple
Yeah.
blue screens of death, but I know what the issue is, so it's not that bad.
Oof. Yeah. Probably
Hopefully
RAM.
we don't get a blue screen in the next hour. This is basically testing a new
Fantastic.
setup.
But you did it with John already, so you had no problem, right?
I did it with John on my old PC.
Okay.
Yeah. So this is a test run. I did a test run on my gaming channel, but yeah.
Okay.
We'll get into the build and everything else later. I'm actually making a produced video on the build.
For what channel? For this
For
channel?
my gaming channel.
Oh, boo.
Yeah. All the stuff, like I'm building a studio, all that stuff will get uploaded to my gaming channel.
Yeah, I like the background you have now. So.
Yeah. Yep. It's
Yeah.
new. I made that all myself by hand.
You're welcome, Curtis Schindler. It was totally my idea today because I just have a lot of emotion just built up. It's just been a roller coaster ride of a weekend for me. So I asked Bob while I was driving home from Philadelphia. It's about like 6.5 hour drive, and I asked him to do this, and he jumped to it.
Yeah, you know, I've been after you for a while, and I'll always drop anything for you. I was in the middle of getting married, but I was like, oh, Jimmy wants to stream.
Wait, what?
We're going to put off the marriage.
Yeah.
We'll postpone it just so we could bring you Swhiskey episode 2.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, this is not the exact topic that I plan on doing for our second stream, but it's just so big for me. So
It is big. So
yeah,
you want to talk about it?
I don't even know where to begin. Like after I texted you guys, like I had planned a lot to talk about, but you guys know that I'm like very bad at articulating things, and I tell it to Lizzie all the time, and I tell it to my subscribers all the time that I really have a hard time, like just telling people what's on my mind, and that's why a lot of my videos on my channel are of other people, and like I when I record my stuff and I rewatch it, I'm like, dang, like, and I usually do one take. And like I just want it to be done. Like Peter McKinnon says, done is better than perfect. So and my videos, like, they look like they're like highly produced, but they don't take that much time. So yeah.
Well, let's put that into perspective real quick.
Yeah.
If I was to do it, it would take a lot of time. If the average person was to do it, it would take a lot of time. So don't act like it's just no big thing. And it might not be a big thing for you for now. But I'm sure it took longer when you first started.
Yeah, of course. But like everything,
because you're gonna make people like me sad when you say, "Oh, I do everything one take. It takes me 5 minutes to edit it." When it takes me like
it doesn't
20
take 5
takes just to do an intro and
It's
like 4
4 or
hours to
5
edit
hours.
a 5-minute video.
Yeah. But I know you're getting faster. Everyone's getting faster. Everyone's getting like from when I first started YouTube. watching the fish fam grow. I don't. The fish fam's not even a freaking word anymore. Um, but watching everybody grow, and you see Michael's fish room. I know like a lot of people know who he is. Like his quality now compared to quality before. Like Corey's quality. I know he still goes on the iPhone a lot, and he goes against everything I stand for. But like your quality has changed a lot. So, I mean, watching the fish fam grow in that way is pretty amazing. Well, technology grows too, and stuff gets cheaper, but
Yeah, and it makes it easier, makes it more accessible to people as the
right,
phones
right,
just keep getting better.
right. Like Bentley too. Bentley, he bought a A6400. You have a A64, and I have one right there, sitting right there that I want to sell. I'm using the A6600 right now. It's a new camera.
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, so
Every time I see you, got something new.
yeah, and then you see that big old lens right there. It's so sexy. It's the size of my gimbal. It's like 15 inches tall. But yeah, so back to the topic, I guess. I want to talk about the projects I've been working on lately and my connection to this whole thing. But I don't know if you want to say anything first, or I'm going to start ranting.
Um, I can say a few things about Kobe.
Absolutely. Go ahead.
Because you know that I am totally not a fan of what the
I know
NBA
this.
has
I
become.
know this. I know this.
Um,
And that's why it meant so like fucking much to me that you messaged me uh, when you found out the news.
yeah,
And
so what Jimmy means is, um, I am not a fan of LeBron, and I
Mhm,
always message Jimmy jokes
mhm,
about LeBron and
yeah.
what I don't like about LeBron, you know.
All right.
And so I messaged Jimmy as soon as I found out, and I was like, "Holy s balls!"
Yeah, yeah,
And Jimmy was like, "Please, no, not today, Bob." I'm like, "I got nothing bad to say about Kobe."
yeah.
Um, Kobe has spent a lot of time in his community, a lot of time and money. I think I read that he's like huge into the Make a Wish Foundation. He has
Oh,
his
he's
own.
a really big part and a
Yeah,
big
he has his
advocate.
own charity. He donated
Yeah,
million. I don't even a million or two. I don't remember to the Smithsonian
yeah.
Smith whatever museum.
He's a big
And he's just done a
philanthropist.
lot of really cool things that I agree with. But as far as him as a player, um, when Michael Jordan retired, he was pretty much the only reason that I kept watching NBA at all.
Hmm.
And I remember when he scored 81 points.
Where were you? Do you know exactly where you were? Because I knew exactly where I was.
Oh, I was just with at my dad's house.
Okay.
Yeah, well, nothing special.
Yeah.
Just at home watching the game.
Hmm.
But he just always seemed like a really cool dude, and he was fun to watch, and pretty
Hmm.
much the only reason I watched the NBA
All right.
after Jordan retired. So,
Yeah, like
um,
I'm with you, man.
yeah, it's
Wait, before that, like how much of basketball did you watch? Did you watch every Jordan game? I mean, did you try to watch every Jordan game, or
oh
like tell me that
before Jordan
backstory?
retired, I watched every single basketball game that was on TV.
Oh
So every
wow.
Sonics game, every game they had, I think it was Tuesday and Thursday nights on TNT. There was always a basketball game. Um, Yep. I was huge. I played basketball. Um,
Oh, yeah, you're big enough.
yeah, I mean I was like I went to basketball camp in the summers. Like
Holy, yeah,
basketball was a huge
shit.
part of my life for sure.
Yeah, yeah. And were you more of a players guy or were you a team guy?
Well, I mean not to brag. I was usually the best on the team. Um,
I can see that.
but I was always a team player even when I played hockey, any sport I played. Um, like it's always about the team.
So where were you when the news broke?
Of Kobe?
Yeah.
How did I hear about that? I think it was just in Facebook feed.
Okay.
I think I saw something in my Facebook feed.
Just at home.
Messaged me or anything. I just was like, "What? That's not real." Another fake celebrity death story.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
And
that's
then I
what
was
I
like,
thought too.
"Holy cow, no
Yeah.
way!" And I remember thinking like, "Why would anyone get in a helicopter?" I've had so many negative experiences with helicopters in my life, and I don't know, man. a weird way to travel.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
never had
and
a good
he
helicopter experience in my
for the
life.
people
I've
that
flown planes before, and
yeah.
like little Cessnas I've flown.
Oh
But
wow, like I never stepped foot in a helicopter before ever. I don't think.
it's it's weird. It's weird to just float in air,
Right,
like you're just
right,
floating.
yeah.
And I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like helicopters at all. I don't like being in helicopters, and so that was kind of my first thought. And of course, then when they said that he had passengers, like
Yeah.
he just,
Um,
I honestly thought it was all his daughters. Thankfully,
yeah, when the
it
first news
wasn't.
broke
But
out, it was everybody, except for his wife, and I was just like, there, no way, like that's crazy. But yeah, glad it was. I mean, not glad, but luckily it wasn't. So, um, let me see. What do we freaking? I don't even know where to begin. Maybe the origin story. Um, well, let's just talk about the helicopter first. He got that helicopter to because he didn't want to spend time in LA traffic. And living in LA for almost 25 years, I totally get it. If you have access to a helicopter and he's that much of a busy person, like I'm pretty busy, and I can't imagine like someone like him, you know?
I get it, and I get it. Gosh, there's the tight end for the Seahawks that flew his plane to practice every single day, Jimmy Graham.
Okay.
And I'm just like, that's just an accident waiting to happen. I mean, I would much rather be in a car and get in a car wreck than a plane or a helicopter. I mean,
Yeah, because a car wreck, you have a pretty good survivability rate.
I don't
Um,
know. I don't know. Again, I'm not familiar with the traffic. I don't have the kind of money to be able to have a helicopter, so I don't know that I can relate really well.
mhm.
If I had helicopter money, would I have one? I don't know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
I don't
Joaquin
know.
Phoenix was just talking about this too, man.
What's that?
Which is great. Joaquin Phoenix during his acceptance speech, he was talking about people Hollywood flying jets and helicopters and stuff.
Well, he was calling him out,
Yeah,
saying,
he's calling people out.
you're claimed to be these environmentalists, but you're taking your jets everywhere. So,
I know. I heard yesterday you say that about Leo. So, I,
like I
uh,
love flying. I love flying airplanes, and I love being
yeah,
in
it's
airplanes. I
still.
love
I
the
mean,
landing. I love the takeoff.
the fastest. I mean, the safest way to travel.
But I'm not down with helicopters ever.
Right. Yeah.
Just too weird of a feeling.
Yeah. All right. So, I guess let's just like rewind a lot. So, I'm from an immigrant family. I was born in Thailand. Of course, you knew that. And when we first came to the States, we came to the States on a sponsorship because my dad fought in the war, Vietnam War, and he lost his leg. And after Vietnam, he lost his leg, and we went to Thailand in a refugee camp where I am considered a refugee. Um, we moved to Philippines, and then we moved to Florida. And in Florida, and to a person that knows no English, you got to have something, right? Whether it's music, sports, entertainment, and movies and stuff like that. Got to find a bond with this to bond with other people, like the kids in my school and stuff like that. And sports, as a kid, I don't think it doesn't affect you that much because you don't know nothing because like but anyways, so I started watching Penny Hardaway. You remember Penny Hardaway?
Oh yeah, number one
Yeah,
draft
Penny
pick.
Hardaway and Shaq, dude. Like they were legit. I had like the Penny Hardaway like blankets and everything like that. So I was from Florida. We stayed there for a little while, and I think I had given up basketball for a little bit because he injured himself. Um, but this was pretty early on, I'm pretty sure. But anyways,
I have his rookie card.
Penny Hardaway,
Yeah,
Anthony,
Anthony. Yeah, I got it out of a pack of all places. One of the only like
you
good
still
rookie
have it?
cards I ever got out of a pack.
You still have it?
Oh yeah, I have all my basketball cards.
Okay. Yeah, I'm like immediately went on eBay to try to get some. They're ridiculous, dude.
I'm sure.
Like I showed you. I mean, I think I showed Candy too, and about I bought a framed Kobe picture it's in my living room right now. I bought it for 350 bucks, and then like I went on eBay and kind of that's they don't it's one of a kind I think, and the same picture is going for like $4,000 right now. So people are trying to make money off of this thing, whereas like I want to keep this thing and probably give it to my kids and stuff like that. But the it's ridiculous. But there was a box of toys of Kobe Bryant championship toys that I've been battling and counter offering this guy that was trying to sell it. It's like a McFarlane box like this. There's 10 toys inside of it. He had it for up for $300. I offered him like 200, then 225, and then I was like, you know what, forget it. I don't want it anymore. And right when I found out about the news, I was in Philly, just 20 minutes away from where he went to high school, which is all this is like so fucking crazy to me. And I'm pretty sure he went to that mall when he was a kid, King of Prussia Mall and stuff like that. And right when I found out, I was in line at a Shake Shack. I was celebrating life. My girlfriend's birthday was on Sunday, on the 26th. And just a little background, this year is the year of the rat. And Asians believe that if it's when it's your year, so every 12 years, every 12 years hit, it's your bad luck year. So this is my bad luck year. And before I went to Philly, my old boss, when my sister kicked me out of her house and fired me from the nail salon, my old boss, gave me a job, gave me a place to stay and paid for my rent for a little while. She suffered a stroke while I was leaving, and I was going to turn around and everything, but it was either keep on driving. I was already 2 hours in or something like that. I forgot where, I think, and it was either turn around or fucking just keep on driving. So that was rough. Like I'm so scatterbrained right now. Okay, so I lived in Los Angeles for over 20 odd years, 25 years, and I moved around a lot. I went to probably 5 different high schools and probably 6 different middle schools. And like I said, you got to have some kind of common ground. I used to watch, my first common ground was watching like wrestling. I watched Shawn Michaels until he retired in 1998. Kobe entered the league in 1996 when he got drafted at number 12, which is freaking crazy, right? To Charlotte. He got drafted 12. And anyways, which one is that? Is it your husky talking?
I have my mic muted because my dog's going crazy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All I can hear is your dog. Is that, do I have a dog here? I'm going to wait till your dog calms down for a little bit.
Can you hear my dog?
Yes. Intruder.
Oh, you hear it on Skype. Yeah. I'm muting it for YouTube, though.
Oh, okay. Well, shit. All I can hear is barking in my ears.
I've been waiting on 3 packages from Amazon all day, and wouldn't they wait till now to deliver them?
Yeah, that's always
every time,
right? Yeah,
every time.
A little back. I mean, Kobe was what the first little not non-big man to go from high school to the NBA, which was a pretty big deal.
I don't think they allow that anymore, do they?
No, you have to do a one and done, so you have to go to college first.
For 1 year?
Yeah.
That's such a waste. What's the point?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but, it is what it is. And just... basketball came into my life when and around like Lakers came into my life around 6th grade when my neighbors were playing basketball, and we just had moved into this house in Los Angeles, and it's just a predominantly Mexican neighborhood. The Latinos big with the Lakers, as you know, and it's just big all around. It's global. It's one of the biggest teams in the world, and I saw my neighbor playing basketball outside, and he had his Laker jersey on, and everything. This is a little bit after Shawn Michaels retired, and I asked if I could play with him, and that's when I kind of first fell in love with the Lakers. And then we moved away again. Like I said, we moved around so much, and it was so hard making friends. And that Lakers basketball and music, that's why you hear a lot of music on my channel, is was the really the only two consistent things in my life that I had to look forward to every single day. And so, I mean, when Kobe got drafted, I mean, I didn't know who he was. I He didn't start till what? He wasn't started till like 3 years in because he got benched. He was an all-star before he was a starter, which is effing crazy, right?
That
So a
actually,
lot,
I didn't know that.
yeah, he was an all-star before he was a starter. That's a lot of pressure because Eddie Jones was on the Lakers squad and he was a shooting guard.
Eddie Jones, I
think,
remember him.
yeah, Eddie Jones and um, like I said, it was the only consistent thing in my life. And when I was incarcerated, I had the game on, and this was, I think I was incarcerated in 2009 or 2010. A lot of people don't know that. Like I was a fucking terrible kid. I was a terrible fucking human being.
Hey,
And
I was incarcerated at one point too, but
yeah. And when the Asians get locked up, you get locked up with the brothers, and so they call us the brothers and the others. And I watched the finals basketball game, in jail. And that was always with me, bro. Like basketball was always with me. And, with being a Laker fan, Kobe, of course, is kind of like your hero. And I just told Lizzie the other day, I was like, I don't think there was ever a time where I was mad at the guy for not putting it all out on the floor. And that was the type of person he is. And a lot of people can attest to this. Like me and Candy got close. She watches the Lakers a lot. Like me and her, like I always send her links and stuff. Like we don't talk much anymore, but we used to watch it all the time together. Like it was a pretty big deal. Like Corey would always see me watching it, and he always troll me like, "Oh, are they losing yet? Are they losing yet?" And when I lived in Washington, they were just, terrible.
Well, I mean, I troll too when I say, "Hey, let's play some PUBG," and you're like, "Dude, Lakers are on," and I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, "Okay."
Yeah, and you'd always have to wait for me, and I'd play with you like later. Especially being on the East Coast and watching the Lake games, it always end like at 1 o'clock in the morning. And man, where am I going with this, dude? Like,
It doesn't really matter, man. Sometimes it's just good to talk,
yeah.
get the memories
And
out.
I pretty much cried all weekend. I cried on Lizzie's birthday. We got the burgers and we just fucking sat there, and she didn't eat her burger. I was trying to eat mine, and like I finished my burger before hers because I just wanted to do something that wasn't thinking, you know. Um, and I owe it a lot to her. That I mean, I held it back, and then that's why I had messaged you. I was like, I need to let this out because it's a big part of my life. Because like, all right, so when I started my YouTube channel, I still believe till this day that I am the weakest link in the YouTube fish fan world. I don't have a lot to offer in terms of education, and that's why I have a lot of people on my channel. When we talk about fish, that's why I always ask Dean. I was like, "Can you help me? Like, I want to talk about brine shrimp, but I don't know anything about brine shrimp. Can you help me?" It's just stuff like that. And with that Mamba mentality, which is just like keep on trying, just do whatever you can. Because Kobe, he doesn't have big hands. He can't jump as high as Jordan. He wasn't as athletic, like whatsoever, as Jordan, but he found ways to make himself better. And I took that with me. I was like, what can I do that's not like educational? Like I can't be Corey. I can't be, Primetime Aquatics, can't be you or anything, because I only have like 4 or 5 years of fish education under me. And I was like, I got to do something else besides, educate people about fish. And I'm not going to do sensational stuff. That's not me.
Didn't you? Aren't you bigger than I am now?
Yeah, I passed you.
So yeah, there you go. I don't know
Yeah, I
anything
passed you.
either, my friend.
Yeah. And so I think that's why I want to start upping. Well, not only that, because I worked for Corey, I was like, I gotta know all there is to know about cameras and about just production. And I sat down every fucking day and watched videos and stuff like that, um, to better myself.
I get it. I see it. I've tried.
Yeah.
Um, you inspire me more than you'll probably ever know. I just it just doesn't make sense to me. And I've messaged you that before when I'm
Mhm.
like watching videos on cameras or reading article on cameras and what is this, what is that, and I message you and I'm like, dude, this is just doesn't make sense to me. And you're like, dude, what are you, an idiot? Like
Come on, I mean, I wasn't
it
that hard on you, but I am hard on
I
you a
mean, you have
lot. Like
been,
I
but
know,
it's
because I
well
know you have
deserved.
the wherewithal to learn this stuff. And if I were there to teach you in person, I know you would definitely get it. You
I know
know?
because when I bought my G7X, I came down there and you showed me everything,
Yeah.
and I was money with that camera for a year, maybe 2 years. I don't know how long I
It's
used
an
it,
excellent camera. Yeah.
and now for some reason, like just the I don't know. I think the problem was this was so easy. Like it required no skill to make fish look good. I don't know what it is. Um, Honestly, like you put the settings in there, and I never touched it ever again. And I don't have that with the Sony. I don't know what it is. I feel like I get good shots every once in a while, but I don't
I
know. Like I'll sit down and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna power through this. I'm gonna watch all these videos. I'm gonna read all these articles, and then 2 hours later, I'm like, I have no idea what any of that meant.
but I message you and I tell you that how great you're doing, and like, I ask you, like, what'd you do for this one? What'd you do for this one? Like, how'd you get this shot of this fish? Did you really manual focus it? Stuff like that. And then like that's that's leveling up, dude.
Yeah,
It's
but
not an
the
easy thing.
problem is like for that 5 seconds that fish was in focus, there's like 10 minutes of video of me trying to get it in focus, and I just get discouraged very easily.
Yeah, I know you too, and I know that about you for sure. That's why, like, whenever I see you doing something different, or trying to learn better, I reach out to you.
It's also why when I have videos that I really, really care about and mean a lot to me, I just send you the video files and beg you to do your magic.
Yeah, and I'm there for you every time, man. Like, I didn't make a lot of friends on. I mean, there's friends like Corey, like he says all the time. There's like friends and there's friends, but you're definitely one of them, and it shows because we went out a lot together and stuff like that. So
I might have barking again.
no, I don't hear it. But anyways, so what's crazy to me is, last week I told you this, I told Kenny this, I told everyone that was close to me. I got a really good gig. LeBron, we joked about this too because every time LeBron comes up, you laugh about it. But my sisters own a nail salon in Akron, Ohio, and for forever, LeBron's wife had been coming to our nail salon. And so Savannah would come in with the kids. So I see little Bronny, I see everyone else, but I never got to meet LeBron or anything like that. But LeBron's chief of staff named Randy Mims, you guys can Google him. He is one of LeBron's four horsemen, and he's a very integral part of what LeBron does. His wife had a birthday party last week, and I was hired to be the photographer and the video guy for that whole thing. And I was supposed I take photographs, I make a video, and then I send it to Randy, and then Randy and LeBron watch it together. And to have LeBron actually watch something that I did was a pretty big deal. And so my sister's very, very close with the Mims family, and that's how she got me the gig. She is a babysitter for the youngest, Ashlyn, and there is Austin. Um, so Ashlyn was there, Austin was there, Randy wasn't there. Randy was, in LA with LeBron. They have the house over there in LA, but they also have a house 5 minutes from LeBron. So, that's I shot at a place where LeBron actually like goes to, and they're very close. And my sister's like, okay, so this weekend I'm going to LA to go take these kids to basketball practice, and that's at the Mamba Mentality place where it's Kobe's gym and where his girls play and all that. And my sister had messaged me, like me and my sister, we don't talk a lot. She's going through a lot right now, but my sister's messaging me. She's like, guess where I'm at? And she shows me Mama Mentality. This is on a fucking Friday. This is 2 days before Kobe's passing. And she's like, do you want one of these shirts? I was like, hell yeah, it says Mama Mentality on it and everything. I was just in disbelief because when I first moved to Ohio, she brought me to a store to go buy clothes. I was like, and I picked out like 8 Kobe Bryant t-shirts and stuff like that. And anyways, she gives me a lot of insider information. Before the world knew LeBron was going to the Lakers, I knew LeBron was going to the Lakers. Before the world knew today's game was canceled, the LA versus LA game was canceled, I knew since Sunday because she told me. She's like, I have to fly home. The family is just in disarray, and there's nothing I can do here. And the game is canceled, and I just get to go home. And so, in a sense, I do feel like, connected in a way more than others. But like when LeBron came to the Lakers, I still don't accept him as much. But I get it, and I totally am with it that he's going to continue this legacy, and whatnot. But the passing of Kobe, a man that I thought that was absolutely invincible, hits home pretty fucking hard.
It's crazy to think about how someone who's done so much good in the world gets taken away when a couple of schmucks like us are still here.
Yeah. And I mean, and the guy's not flawless, like, the Denver case and whatnot. And that's it bothered a lot of people like post about that and stuff like that. And like I had to leave so many groups. Usually I have really thick skin and I'm just like I could just move on, but I left like probably like 5 groups, bro. Like I follow MMA channels like Joe Rogan stuff and all that stuff, and there was just a lot of bad stuff going and being said about him. But regardless if he did it or not, his redemption story and what he's done for women's basketball, Make-A-Wish Foundation, the Vanessa and Kobe Bryant Foundation, and I guess it goes on and on.
Well,
His
yeah, and not
redemption
even
story is way
basketball. I
bigger.
mean, I don't mean to interrupt, but his foundation like sponsors local soccer clubs.
Yeah, he's big. I mean, the guy speaks what, like 6 languages, and he's trying to learn Mandarin and German as well. He speaks Slovenian and Spanish and all that. That's amazing. And I see a lot of connections with Lizzie too, because Kobe. I wish Kobe lived in Italy for like what 6 years. Lizzie lived in Italy for like a year just to go to school there. She lives in Philly. She lives outside Philly, 20 minutes where Kobe Bryant went to high school. This morning I was going to drive there, but I totally remembered that school's going on right now, and I bet the cops are there and everything. I was like, I'll just visit it some other time, like on my birthday next month. Yeah, no
I'm having
worries.
another dog issue, so that's why my mic is muted.
Yeah, so that case in Denver of his, the allegations and everything, I like actually sat down and read like 300 pages of that transcript of the interrogation with him and the cops. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, if people don't know, like he was never convicted of anything. They settled out of court. Um, and things, I just when you're big like that and things are magnified, like I've done a lot of shitty things in my life. If it were magnified, I wouldn't have the platform. I guess I would have the platform, but that I have today, like to make videos for you guys. But I'm pretty sure no one would be watching.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting, and everybody likes to watch people fail, but
Yeah, it's a
I think
cancel
even
culture,
more
and it sucks.
so, people like a comeback story.
And that's
And you can look at like, I mean, Britney Spears, like all the crap she got when she was going through her stuff, and now she's rocking and rolling, and
mhm.
people are all about her again.
Yeah.
Um, so it's crazy. Like they put these people on a pedestal. They like to watch them crash and burn, and then they love the rebound story even more.
hmm Yeah.
It's just the way society is. I don't know.
Like, do you remember the last? I don't. I mean, I can't remember a couple of celebrity deaths that hit me pretty hard. Like I told you, I'm a big fan of movies, so Paul Walker kind of hit me, and where that accident was, I knew that area pretty well, where he crashed his car. Robin Williams was pretty big, but I didn't cry or anything like that. But and then a lot of people be like, how the fuck can you cry about someone you've never even met before and someone you don't know? And I call bullshit because I feel like I know this guy and I watched him grow up in front of my eyes, and he was everywhere that I wanted him to be. Like when I turned on the TV, I knew he was gonna be there, and I knew what kind of effort he was gonna give every single time. And I knew like his background. You can just Google, YouTube, whatever, and it will just come up. And to say that I don't know the guy is far fetched.
Yeah, Paul Walker was a big one for me because that dude was just a good dude
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
time. And
yeah.
then the whole like situation around his death, where
It's
he finds out that like millions, hundreds of $1 million are being funneled out of his charity, and like the day after he finds out he's dead.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he'd found out that people were using his Paul Walker Foundation money for some not so good things, stealing from it, and then literally like a day or two later, he's dead. It was very
Jeez.
suspicious.
Yeah, yeah. That was a good guy, dude. I heard so many things about him, and never anything really negative.
Yeah, you never heard anything negative about that guy. Patrick Swayze was the same way. The guy, he didn't want any of the limelight. He always stayed out of the news. He just lived his life, did his cheesy movies that I love. Roadhouse.
Yeah, Dirty Dance.
And just I don't know. It sucks when someone like that, when you lose them. Even though, like you said, we don't know them, but it's still relatable. We still grew up
hmm
with them. We've been watching them for years.
hmm
Um, and yeah, so those two, I think Paul Walker and Patrick Swayze were pretty big to
Pretty
me.
big for you. Yeah. Chester Bennington was another one for me.
Who?
Chester Bennington.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I listened to Linkin Park and went to see them in concert, stuff like that. So that was a pretty big one, but nothing like this one.
So what do you think? Do you think you're going to be able to replace that with something? Is there anybody else that maybe you look up to, even remotely close to like that, or relate to?
In basketball,
Just in
or
life
like
in
just
general,
in life
basketball,
in general.
music.
When I started working for Corey, when I had moved out there, I heard about his work ethic. His work ethic is effing crazy, dude. And when I, you know this, I think the whole everyone here knows it. So it's
Yeah, and I'll never remember or forget when like Rob came out here and Aqua Pros was out here
yeah.
and we're like, yeah, let's have fun. And he's like, we're here to make
We're here to work.
videos.
We're
He's
here
like,
to work.
it's 11 o'clock at night. we can at least make 5 more videos before we have to go to bed.
Yeah.
And we're like, man, we're just starting trying to play some games, man. Have some fun.
Yeah. So yeah, when I first moved to Washington, I had to show them that I had the same work ethic, and I was literally working like 90 hours a week with him. That guy gets up at 8, and we didn't go to bed to 12. And if he was at his computer, I was at my computer. And I'd had a day off, and it was when Rob came, Rob and Aquapros and you. It was that same month, that same week, I think you guys had went out to dinner, and I was just totally beat, dude. And then after you guys had left and everything, he decided to give me another day off because he knew how drained I was, and that was 6 months of working 90 hours a week with him. That guy has an incredible work ethic.
Yeah, and he's one of those people that you can feed off his energy. Like, I went to aquatic experience with him twice, and we stayed in the same hotel room and everything. It was just like, go, go, go. We drove to Indianapolis at like 10 o'clock at night, filmed for an hour or two, and then drove back and got back to the hotel at like 5, and then it's get ready to go to the airport, and it's just crazy, like that energy. I do miss it a little bit, and I don't know, it's just weird.
You haven't been to a convention in a while, so.
Yeah, it's been since New Jersey.
Yeah.
2018, I think.
And that guy will stand up all day. He wouldn't eat until cause he wouldn't go off to go find something to eat. Like Katie would have to tell me like, go get him like nachos or something.
Yeah, and I know like the first aquatic experience we went to, we're just a couple of dudes basically. I mean, he was big, but I had 2,000 subscribers. I think 1 or 2 people recognized me, and we were just walking around having a good time. Mm-hmm. And then that second one, with the crazy lines all the way through the convention, and he's just standing there autographing and just standing there nonstop, and I'm running back and forth getting more shirts. And I'm like, I'm ready
on
for lunch,
cement
man.
too, man. On cement.
I'm like, we've been standing for like 2 hours. I'm gonna go sit down somewhere. You're on your own.
Yeah, that guy is ridiculous, dude. So you watch, when you're surrounded by people that work that hard,
it rubs off on you.
It's that quote that like, show me your friends and I'll show you your future.
Yep, that's exactly it too.
Yeah.
I mean, there was one day last year where I was just hanging out with them, helping them take stuff to the dump, and that's all we did. But it was still a valuable experience. Mm-hmm. It's hard to explain. I don't know. Like just taking stuff to the dump. Like you still learn something when you hang out with them. Yeah. It doesn't matter what you're doing.
Yeah. No, I remember those dump runs. Like, that guy's.
I see Lizzie's here, so I guess I have to say happy birthday.
Yeah. Happy birthday, babe.
Happy belated birthday.
Yeah, she was my rock this weekend.
So, we have a few minutes left.
Yeah.
What's in the future for you? Like your channel? So you got the LeBron video coming out. When is that coming out?
Yeah, but it's not going to be released on my channel.
Is that private?
It's private.
Oh, okay.
It's a birthday party for someone's wife. It was.
I didn't know if there'd be like little snippets that we could see.
I mean, I could show photos and stuff like that, and Lizzie, I Snapchat. I think I Instagrammed her like all this cool stuff that was at the house. There's all this memorabilia that's just insane. There was this vodka that they had. It's effing vodka, but it says 2017 or 2000 something Cleveland Cavaliers championships, and they weren't supposed to drink those bottles. And Linda was like, I think we have to fill up with water or something before we leave or something like that. My sister, like those were supposed to be collectibles, and it was just it was pretty funny.
Did you snag anything out of the house? Or you're like, ooh,
yeah,
sneakers.
My
put those under my
gave...
shirt real quick.
My sister had given me a bag of Doritos chips with Anthony Davis on the front cover, and I was like, "What in the hell are these? Like, I've never seen this before."
Anthony
And
Davis
then,
Doritos.
yeah, and then 2 days afterwards, they announce it. They announced that he's on the Doritos. This is a new flavor. So I was like, "Oh, cool!" Like, so I got so I got that. Um,
Do you think it's going to lead to anything in the future?
what do you mean?
Future birthday
Oh,
parties,
yeah. So I haven't made the video yet.
NBA championship
So
parties.
they haven't seen it, but she said, Chulin said that it could lead into me getting into the I Promise team. So the I Promise team is LeBron's team, and what he promised those kids that he built a school, which the school is like only 15 minutes away from here, dude. And he built a school for kids that are not so lucky. And yeah, maybe I have no idea. Like whatever happens, happens. Like I'm not really looking forward to it and whatnot, but that would be cool of a gig to do.
Well, when you get super famous and you need someone to carry around your camera gear.
Never. Oh wait, Kang already asked me that.
Yeah, but I could double as a bodyguard.
Yeah, that is true.
You'll
Yeah.
need it. And I got a background in that too. So just
But
saying.
Kang used to work for Homeland Security, so he's
Yeah,
and he's a
at a
security
desk
guard
job.
right now. So
At a desk
I
job.
like to see that fight. I want to see you guys grapple. But he has a bad back. He's an old man now, so.
I got experience. I'm just saying. And I'm just kidding, Kangley. I'm just kidding.
The future, I guess. I'm celebrating like the 25 members that I have. I mean, I haven't put out a lot of content lately. The last one I did put out was copyrighted. I mean, it gained traction. You should see my analytics go went boop, and then it went boo because I'm pretty sure YouTube doesn't want to show it off that much because they're not going to make much money off of it.
Well, yeah, they still do. Like, if you put out copyrighted content, they still get 40% of the revenue,
Oh, okay.
regardless. So
Then,
it shouldn't prevent you from getting promoted. You just don't get the money.
yeah.
But you better believe YouTube still gets theirs, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so if you put on I don't know, a Prince song, YouTube is still going to get 40 and Prince is going to get 60. And you get nothing.
It's fair enough. I get to use it. Well, yeah, a lot of people just still yell at me for that, but
I used to yell at you all the time.
yeah.
And then I messaged you last week and I was like, I think I'm going to use a copyrighted song.
And I was so excited. I was like a kid in a candy store. I was
Slowly
like,
coming
please,
around.
Please
Slowly.
do. Yeah. Someone asked if I'm selling prints for my new printer. I could, but I don't think I'll open a store to do it. It'll be more of like I'll probably show it on a video, but like for now you can email me and get one of these, that type of deal. Like right now, like you can see my office, it is littered. Let me see if I can. This is probably gonna make everyone dizzy. Like littered with gear, dude. I mean, with photos that I took over the years.
That's pretty cool, though.
There's one up there. So I mean, I'm starting to decorate this place because it needs some like 10 or 11 care.
What are you going to be doing with the new lens? You showed it off earlier. Like, what are you using it for?
I want to venture into new stuff. Like you know me, like I'm always up for a challenge, and
Well,
so
yeah, but that's what I'm asking. Like, what new
it's
stuff?
birds.
Birds.
Yeah, I wanna find some birds and squirrels and just wildlife. Like my goals right now is to get a red cardinal in the snow, like on a branch or something, and kingfishers. So those are two.
Do you have a zoo by you?
There's a zoo. Like I'm kind of waiting for it to like. This winter is so weird. We only got like snow like 4 or 5 days out of like the whole winter so far, which is so odd.
And remind me, when am I coming to Ohio?
You said you're gonna come in the spring, right? So when you come in the spring, we'll go to Serpent Mound, like you wanted.
That's right.
Yeah, Serpent Mound. I don't know what else you want to do.
I don't remember when that was, though. Was it the
The,
spring
it's
equinox?
spring. It's thing either the spring equinox or summer equinox. I gotta look it up, but I'm pretty sure it's a spring equinox.
So yes, I am going to Ohio. I guess people always ask me where I'm going this year, and I don't mention that one because it's not a like event.
Yeah, but I mean, I could take you around here. There's a lot of food that you'll love here. You know, it's all meat and bread kind of stuff.
Meat and potatoes.
Meat and potatoes. Yeah, there it is. I think you'll like that. A lot of African cichlid stores around here too.
So Bentley says there's a way to use copyrighted music and still get revenue. Right now it's shared revenue, so it's not like you won't get anything. But say if you have like a 10-minute video and there's 1 minute of copyrighted song, then they'll divvy it up percentage wise. I'm not sure how what that is, but because I know when people steal my videos, and people do, I don't know why, it still happens. It'll tell me what percentage I get and what percentage the person that stole it is
Oh,
getting.
really?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense though.
And I always make them remove it and report them anyways because for some reason people love to repost my live streams. I don't know why, but that is by far the most stolen videos are my live streams.
That is so odd, dude. But I get it though, because that's those are long, and they get more money.
Yeah, I don't know, but I make them take it down every time.
But does the like when YouTube catches does all that money kind of get funneled back to you?
Yeah, so when YouTube catches it, which is instantly, YouTube catches it now, right before you even release it. It'll tell you, and I'm
Hmm.
not sure how it gets funneled back to me, but it does show the percentage.
That's cool. All right, yeah, I get it. Well, you told
But
me there's a lot of changes going on now, right?
yeah, and actually, it's not nearly as
That's
bad as
bad.
I thought it would be. And
Okay.
actually, my January CPM is higher than the last 3 years in January.
Okay. So, have you made any videos lately? I mean, like, what's your next one?
My next one is gonna be about either lighting my stand on fire, or I'm
Okay.
comparing the test strips versus the liquid test kit. So I don't know which one I'm gonna
Oh,
put out yet.
okay. Mine is I've had this idea for a little maybe 7 8 months. Candy knows it. My girlfriend knows it. Since there's a very limited amount of people here, I built my first Lake Tanganyikan tank, and it's right now there's a bunch of daffodils in it, the Pashardai, and it's gonna be I got a custom made Egyptian Sphinx inside of it, and the narration of the video will be narrated by Graham Hancock. The beginning of the video is going to be all Hancock talking about. I should have done Robert Schock, but
Wait, is
Hancock.
it audio that you've taken from Graham Hancock,
Yep,
or is he
yep.
actually reading
No,
a
no.
script?
I wish, dude. I wish
I was
Randall
gonna
Carlson
say.
had arrested me with my flood video and everything. That would have been very cool.
I love how he
But
says Indonesia. I can't even. I can't. Obviously, I can't talk in accents, but
yeah, yeah,
people
he has
probably
a
don't even
cooler
know who Graham
accent.
Hancock is.
Yeah, John Anthony West and stuff like that. I don't know if you guys watch Magical Egypt and stuff like that, but yeah, it's gonna be different. You know me. I'm always trying to do something different, so it's gonna be really different. It's gonna be, and now a lot of people are probably gonna watch it, but whatever.
I tried to do something like that with my Egyptian mouth breeder video.
Yeah.
I actually went on Amazon and ordered like all these little like pyramids and stuff that I was gonna put in the tank, and they were just. I guess you get what you pay for because I only paid like a couple bucks for these little trinkets, and they were awful. So,
Do you have a suggestion of Shelley's?
well, if you can get gold ocellatus, that's what I would
They're
get.
so mean though.
All of them are mean.
Not all of them. I heard the ocelots are super mean,
No, I
and you
have
can
gold
see their
ocellatus.
teeth too.
So I had gold ocellatus, and I kept them with Julidachromis. I kept them with Compressiceps and Cyprochromis.
Ah.
No problem. But it was in a 75-gallon tank with lots of room.
I
And
have lots of
obviously,
them. I
if
remember.
something came down to their shells, and they would defend their shells, but it's not like they would go out of their way to kill something. It was only when something got close to them.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Cole even says they do have some big teeth. Like I taken a picture of a ocelotus with blackbeard algae on his teeth, and
And
it's just
there's
grown there.
a documentary on Lake Tanganyika where they show, I don't know what kind of shell it was. It might have been a multi or a similis, but attacking a crocodile that swam past its shell, and it's actually biting the crocodile.
What?
And obviously, the crocodile doesn't even know
Can-
what's going on.
You
He can't
gotta
even
link that
feel
to
it,
me.
but it's
Yeah.
so funny, like watching this little multi like go after this crocodile.
Oh, shout out to Alpha Pro Pets that's in here. That's Cameron. So he owns a local fish store around here, and his dad is the one that got me into the hobby because I bought shrimp off of him. That's my first, I guess, official fish, and I bought it through his dad, and now he's taken over the business, and that's where I got my extreme jade shrimp. They're pretty cool. I should send you some whenever I breed them out.
The jades,
Because
yeah. I hope they
yeah,
breed true. I've seen your pictures of them,
hmm
and
yeah, because
hopefully they breed true. Because mine did not.
okay, so yeah, he told me that there'll be a lot of calling. So
Yeah, and I haven't seen anyone yet who's getting consistent like green jade
okay,
shrimplets.
yeah, we'll see. And I haven't. I mean, I set up a my 55 has become an inspiration of your tank that you put out a long time ago with your guppies, your bristlenose, and your shrimp.
It's
And
so fun. Just don't do common bristlenose
yeah,
geckos.
I'm doing super reds,
Okay, that's the way to
and
go.
then the guppies or the fucking guppies that Corey uh, bring back from Vienna. It's crazy, dude. Like he paid $500 to import them into the States, and I'm gonna breed the crap out of them. I put them in like every single tank just to save my ass. You know how Gary Lang puts rainbow fish in different tanks and stuff like that, just to have a backup.
All right, so we got 1 minute left.
Okay.
When are we gonna do this again? You know, it's been almost 2 months.
Uh-huh.
Our last broadcast was December 3rd. I
No
feel
way.
like we probably shouldn't go 2 months again.
Okay. Definitely not Valentine's weekend.
What?
So, I mean, since we do this on Tuesdays, I mean,
But I'm gonna be so lonely that
2 weeks. We
2
were
weeks.
that was the deal. It was like bi-weekly.
Yeah, we were supposed to be bi-weekly, not bi-monthly.
Yeah. And then like we have a whole like I think I checked on the last video. We only had like 200 and something views, but for non-fish channel, totally.
And we only have 200
totally
and
fine.
some subscribers, so that's pretty good. That means 100% of them
Oh,
are
oh,
watching it.
that's pretty dang good.
Pretty good.
Cole said tomorrow too soon. I miss Cole, man. I mean, I'm in aquarium group support with him. I don't check that chat a lot, but miss him being around. And I heard he's gone full reptile, right? You told me this,
What?
that he's gone full reptile.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yep. So, if it's 2 weeks, that's Valentine's Day week, but it's the 11th. Tuesday the 11th. Valentine's is on Friday.
Okay, the 11th.
Yeah.
Let's book that.
Book it.
Yeah.
And if you're not here, I'm going to come on by myself. Or I'm going to find someone else. I'm going to get an alternate, and we're going to make a New Year's resolution to stick to bi-weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Or how about, let's make a commitment twice a month.
Twice a month.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it doesn't have to be bi-weekly because, shows come up, things are going to happen.
Right.
You're going to be out there in LA with LeBron. You might not be able to make it.
Before we go, can I just say something real quick?
Of course, it's your show, buddy.
Yeah. So last night, there's a reason why I left LA. That I don't want to go back. There's a couple of people that I don't want to see ever again. I messaged one of those people last night. And I just looked at my phone and he just messaged me back. And just have no grudges. And I think if you guys do message that person, you never know. It's like that Billy Madison checklist. If they hate you, it doesn't matter if they hate you or not. Just message those people.
Yeah, I would like to. I think a lot of people misunderstand me because I say I don't care. Like I'm always saying like I don't care. I don't care about this. I don't care about that. And what I mean by that, it's not that I don't care.
He
It's
does.
that
He cares.
it's not going to affect me negatively. I'm not going to stress about it. I'm not going to worry about it. If someone doesn't like me, like I don't care means that it's not the end of the world for me. Like, so when I say I don't care, that's basically what I mean. Like, life is just. I think life is long. A lot of people, say, "Oh, life is
Yeah, life
short."
is long, man.
You're here for a very long time. It's never too late to start if you have a dream. Colonel Sanders didn't start till he was like 60 or something like that.
Oh,
So
no way.
it's never too late to start. Don't worry about the small things. It's life is too short to stress about small things, but you're here for a long time and make the most of it.
Yeah. All right.
See you guys later.
All right. Bye, guys.